Alright, so there's nobody in here yet, but it's all good, because I know you guys will probably replay this. Alright, let me just see if I get some, show chat. Yep, got the chat on. I don't need any of that kind of stuff on. So yeah, this is another episode of Chattaway Live. It's been a couple months since I did this. I used to do this on a weekly basis, and I did it for a couple years, off and on through geeky.com, some of my buddies' old website that still goes on, but we used to have a thing on there called Geeky TV, and we used to have all that fun stuff on there, but we don't do that anymore through that. It went over to Google Hangouts, and since the demise of Google On Air, in regards to that kind of stuff, they've moved over to using Twitch for a lot of that kind of stuff. So, and I don't do all that. So off and on, I'll come back and just do one of these live streams. And I was feeling the urge to do it tonight. I really, really felt like I wanted to do it. Whether or not anybody shows up, we'll never know. Well, I'll know because it says it right there. But yeah, I'm just gonna. Hello, Luke. How are you? I actually just watched that Seinfeld episode. Yeah, so I'm actually balancing my phone on some Godzilla movies. I still have my Godzilla movies up here for something. Luke, but so I still got my buddy Godzilla right here with the dust in his mouth. Yeah, so I just got done watching an episode of Seinfeld, had some dinner, so I figured might as well go live. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hello. Oh, yeah, you were doing a Chill Pilgrim kind of hello. Chill, if you're out there. Hello. I'm so thirsty. Why did I wait until now to drink my water? So, wanted to start out by talking. Today in the United States is Veterans Day. So we have, everybody's thanking veterans. I come from a military family, so I have many veterans in my family. So I have not served in the military. But it's funny, I was at Publix today getting some groceries and stuff. And one of my go-to shirts that I wear, just because I'm always really comfortable wearing it, is my NASA shirt. So I've actually had it in a lot of videos and stuff. I bought it at Kennedy Space Center last year. So I was in the checkout line and they're like, "Are you a veteran?" I was like, "No." It's kind of awkward. I was like, "No, I'm not a veteran." And they're like, "Well, are you an astronaut?" And I was like, "No." And they're like, "Oh, because you're wearing a NASA shirt." And it's one of those things, it's something, it's so annoying when people point out stuff about what you're wearing. I remember, a while back, I was at Walgreens getting some sinus medicine, and you have to go behind the counter or go to the pharmacy to get the sinus medicine, and I was wearing my Breaking Bad shirt, and they made a comment about that. And I was like, wow, I'm actually buying some medicine with pseudoephedrine in it, wearing a Breaking Bad shirt. Does that not look good at all? So I was like, today at Publix, I was just kind of annoyed. So I was like, yeah, I used to be an astronaut. And they're like, really? I don't know if they thought I was serious. I was like, yeah. I got out of it though. They're like, yeah, it must be a hard job. And I was like, yeah, it was. But I got through it. And I was like, but now I could grow out a beard and everything. I don't have to worry about not being able to have facial hair and stuff. I was just playing along with it. I usually don't do that, but this time I was like, you know what? Let's go along with this. So, yeah, so there's 2 people watching. I wonder if there's a way. No, I thought there'd be a way of saying who's here. So, but I think Luke's still in here. But, yeah, so that happened to me today. Today I've actually been chilling out a lot. I had a very, very long week, and today we binge watched a few episodes of The Mentalist show that I love, that my wife loved and watched it the whole time it was on, and I'm just now watching it, and so we're like up to season 5. And so in the middle of doing that, we would pause that and I would watch a movie. I watched The Philadelphia Story for the first time. I've always wanted to see it. I've seen High Society, which is based off the same play, and that has like Bing Crosby, Grace Kelly, and a bunch of other people in it. But Philadelphia Story was really good. And just got done a little while ago watching Mission Impossible, the first one, which is my favorite. I love Brian De Palma, and I've loved Mission Impossible, the first one, my whole life, or since it came out. I've always loved it. I like all the movies a lot, but the first one is always gonna be my favorite. Yeah, Luke, you'll really dig A Philadelphia Story. Cary Grant is usual Cary Grant, but Jimmy Stewart, it's a different Jimmy Stewart. He's definitely has a different persona than he does in a lot of his other movies. Kind of reminds me, I don't know if you've seen it, but The Fortune Cookie with Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon. It was their first collab movie together. But that movie blew me away. It's a Billy Wilder movie, and basically Jack Lemmon plays a guy who gets injured. He's a CBS cameraman, and he's like on the sidelines filming a football game, and a football player goes offsides and bumps into him, and he falls over, and he's in the hospital. And Walter Matthau plays his brother-in-law, who's kind of like a ambulance chaser, kind of a lawyer. He always wants to get some money. He's just a crooked kind of guy, and he takes advantage of Jack Lemmon, and he's like, listen, you got a whole lawsuit. And so like he's basically thinking that he's a gold mine because of the lawsuits that he could do. So it's kind of like a black comedy about trying to get a bunch of money and suing and all this kind of stuff. But Walter Matthau is kind of like he's kind of an ass in the movie, and it's just weird seeing him in that role. Like, obviously he sometimes plays unlikable kind of guys, in terms of like, not unlikable, but kind of, The Odd Couple, how he's kind of, messy and stuff, and he always kind of has that same persona in a lot of movies. But it's weird seeing him actually like with like almost like a Jordan Belfort kind of persona to him. But I really love, and that's the movie that he won an Oscar for. I didn't actually realize that until after I watched it. I was doing some research on it. So it was their first movie together, and he won an Oscar for it. I highly recommend that. Go back to the chat. The chat. Chattaway. Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah. I adore Grant and Hepburn and Bringing Up Baby. Adding Jimmy Stewart to the mix sounds fun. Yeah. I actually have not seen Bringing Up Baby. It's one of those movies I've always wanted to see. Yeah, adding Jimmy Stewart to anything is just... He was awesome. And Hepburn, and Cary Grant and Katharine Hepburn, they're great as well. It's funny, like, right before Philadelphia Story came out, she was labeled as box office poison. Like, nobody wanted her to be in their film. She was in failure after failure after failure. But she did the actual play of the Philadelphia Story, so she did the film, and she chose the actors and everything. She was like, I guess, one of the big producers. She has like had the Hollywood rights to it. But I've always loved Katharine Hepburn, and have I ever seen The Apartment? Oh yes, I saw it a long time ago with Jack Lemmon and what's her name? How did I forget her name? Shirley MacLaine. I can't believe I brain farted on that, but it's another Billy Wilder movie. Yeah, I remember that being a really good movie too. I don't really remember a lot of it because I was young when I watched it. But I've always wanted to rewatch it, but I've definitely heard of it. And I do know that that like won Best Picture and all that kind of stuff. I'm a huge Billy Wilder fan, and I know a lot of people are, but like he has such a huge filmography, like Sunset Boulevard, The Lost Weekend, you know, Some Like It Hot. I mean, he has like such a huge filmography. It's just insane that one director did all that stuff. Um, yeah, I love The Lost Weekend too. I think that's like one of the most realistic movies in terms that shows like alcoholism. But I mean, all those iconic movies with Marilyn Monroe, like he did those. Like not all of her movies, but the two most famous ones that she was in. Some Like It Hot and 7 Year Itch. But the apartment, I really want to revisit that. I remember very much liking it. I really liked it. I just don't really remember a whole bunch about it. Maybe it's because of the age I was. I know it's kind of adult for a little kid in terms of the themes. But I was probably like 11 or so when I saw it. Because I went through a stage when I was smaller where I like really watched anything with Jack Lemmon. And I still love Jack Lemmon. I still love Walter Matthau. I mean, I was really bummed when each of them passed away, I remember. But there's one Jack Lemmon movie that I've really wanted to see. I think it's like The Eye of the Tiger or something like that. He plays like an alcoholic. I know he won an Oscar for it. I've never been able to get my hands on it to see it. I got DVR now on my TV, so I'll like just sit there and go through like Turner Classic Movies, HBO, and all those, especially lately, and it forces me to actually watch a bunch of new movies like that I've never seen. And Philadelphia Story was one of those. Fortune Cookie was one of those. So I just go through the TV guide on the TV. You could go out 2 weeks out, and I just press record, and it just records all of them. I make sure they record it in HD, and I love it. Have I seen any of the Zatoichi? I know what movies you're talking about. I'm trying to actually pronounce it. Have I ever seen any of those films? No. I wanted to get that Criterion set, but there's a Criterion set of that, right? The Criterion set looked amazing. I really want to get into more, like I've been watching some of your videos like about some of these Asian films, and I want to get into so much more of these. I'm just trying to like find the time to actually dive into Zatoichi. Maybe, yeah. That's going to be a highlight of this video, seeing me try to pronounce these words. Oh, we got Zach in the chat right now. Dunstan checks in. Oh, man. Zach, where were you last Saturday for SNI? You missed it. You missed it, brother. I know you were in the chat, but... Oh, yeah, so that was a Criterion set. Is that the one that's like, has like it's like a bunch of colors, it's really colorful and artistic and amazing looking? I'm pretty sure that's the one that is. And is it out of print now? I'm not sure. Speaking of Criterion, if there's people watching this, Criterion now has the streaming rights for a bunch of Godzilla films, mainly the Showa films. And that means that we're probably going to be getting some Criterion Blu-rays of a lot of Showa Godzilla films that are, as of right now, out of print. I have them all on DVD except for two of them. Son of Godzilla and... what is it? Son of Godzilla and Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, the original one. But, yeah, I got all my Godzilla DVDs right here, so I'm kind of like looking at them as I'm doing it. But, yeah, so we'll be able to get so much of those Showa ones on Blu-ray and Criterion. And they did a great job with the original Godzilla. I do wish that there was more special features, but I kind of find that that's maybe something that all the Godzilla movies just need more of. I wish that, and I hope that Criterion will do like a Showa Godzilla set and just load special features and even like make some new documentaries, because that's one thing I think that they lack. Now there's some on these. This is like this Godzilla set that has, it's the original version of this that actually has the cases. It actually has the cases with these instead of just like being all in one thing. There's some special features on here, but it's like slideshows of pictures and like a narrator, and it's not always like the most in-depth. It's very, sometimes it can be actually kind of boring, but yeah, Luke, you've actually touched my box set. You've literally touched. In fact, I think my Godzilla collection was this and like maybe like 5 others when you came to visit a few years back. It's definitely grown a lot since. Of course, I've sent you pictures, but and that's not a euphemism. I need to put this thing down. I really need to dust this thing off. Yeah, so I just wanted to just do this random live stream. I feel like there was something else I was going to talk about. What was it? Before anybody asks, I have not been to the movies since Blade Runner 2049, which was extraordinary. So I have not seen the new Thor movie. Hell, I still haven't even seen Age of Ultron. Yeah, so if some people comment down below about how much I suck, because that's usually what I get when I'm seeing people in real life, people I work with and stuff. They're like, "You're not really big into Marvel," and I was like, "Well, I mean, I love superhero movies, but I get really burnt out with stuff, especially if people are like, you need to see it, you need to see it, you need to see it." In terms of movies, yeah, and I haven't even finished Twin Peaks yet. What the hell is wrong with me? I had a bunch of stuff go on around the time I made it through episode 8, and I was watching them live every week. I made it to episode 8, and it's just a bunch of stuff came out, and Joey says, "I wish I could literally touch that box set too." Yeah, it's an awesome box set. Yeah, I need to catch up on the Marvel movies, but Twin Peaks, I just was so busy, and I just fell behind, and I kept falling behind. Next thing you know, I mean, with you, Luke, like, it was one thing that I had. I could say, I've seen more Twin Peaks than you. I'm a hardcore Twin Peaks fan. And then there came that time where you were like, I've made it to episode so-and-so. I was like, damn, Luke's about to surpass me. And then eventually, not only have you surpassed me, you finished it and you saw it another time. So, hi, I'm Brazilian. You can speak the Brazilian language. No, I cannot. Skate a vida e arte. That was a terrible pronunciation of your name, if that's your name. I don't speak Brazilian. I could barely speak English right, and that's my own language. I was just thinking, I keep taking drinks. It'd be funny just to set my live stream up and just start. I don't know why I just thought of this, but it'd be funny if I just had a big bottle of bourbon, and I just kept taking shot after shot after shot every couple minutes. And by the end of the video, I'll be like this. Hey guys, welcome to my live stream. By the end of it, it'd be like, hey, you sons of bitches. Yeah, kind of all over the place tonight. Would you like to repeat Brazilian words? That's, sure. Tell me some words in Brazilian and I'll try. Kind of running out of stuff to talk about. I haven't worn this hat in a while. In fact, the last time I wore this hat was whatever video I wore it in last, because I actually set it aside right here. Alright, let's see. What kind of poster is he? I'm trying to see if there's anything interesting around here that I could grab. And no, that is not a euphemism. I'm kind of just running out of Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that. Agosto di Carnaval. Yeah, I don't know. I can't. I really don't want to embarrass myself because I think that's what I will be doing. People are going to be watching this live stream afterwards, being like, "What is he talking about?" But if you look at the actual chat in here, there's somebody who wants me to speak the Brazilian language. So, yeah. So, I have 2 videos in the can that I filmed yesterday. No, it's the day before yesterday. That are about 4 to 5 minutes each, and they are favorites videos, continuing my favorite series. I'm eventually going to get those out, hopefully this coming week. Actually, I will this coming week. I'm trying to make an effort into not just do them on my cell phone. That's why I did on my daily vlog channel, and I've been doing a lot of video editing on my phone, but I really want to get back to editing on my actual computer and just, I just really want to do that. Because I miss it. I finally got my marathon up. That's what I wanted to mention. So did everybody like the marathon? And I still need to finish yours, Luke. I haven't forgotten about that. I was so happy when I finished my marathon because it has been a burden. And it's kept me from making videos because every time I got inspired to make it... Sorry, drinking that water and stuff, and that just ate, so causing me to hiccup and stuff. I was really, really, really like inspired to make videos sometimes, but I didn't because I kept thinking, if I make this video, why don't I just do the marathon video? We here in Brazil found Trump to be mean. Well, I could definitely see that. But I try not to talk politics on this channel. But thank you for your comment anyways. You're not the only one. Yeah, I was so happy when I made the marathon video, but I don't know, I put it off for so long that I really felt like people weren't even going to like it because I had some skit stuff that I was going to do. I had filmed some stuff. I had recorded some audio for some stuff that, Luke, you know what I'm talking about. And it was not going to come together to where I'd be happy with it. And I couldn't get through a couple humps. And I couldn't motivate myself to do it due to some personal stuff I've been going through. So I finally just went ahead and went back to the basics with it. Have a little intro. And I did it. And I'm very happy with how it turned out. I'm happy with the marathon footage. And I'm already looking forward to year 7. But it was really a struggle to get that video up this year. I'm not going to lie. I had some major motivational issues with making videos. And not just that, just doing some stuff that I like doing. We all go through our funks. And it's just been... I've been dealing with a lot. So, that's as much as I'm going to get into that. But yeah, year 7 is coming up next year. That is insane. That is insane. That means we've been doing it for 6 years. Since, technically, I've been wrong this whole time in saying the 7th annual, the 6th annual. It's just crazy that it's been sticking around that long. And people are consistently still doing it. I'm doing it, you're doing it, Skin Slip's been doing it, Stoudman and a bunch of other people have still been doing the marathon every single year. That's incredible. I really didn't think it was going to... I mean, I knew that after this year 2 or maybe even year 3 that we had something going, but I mean, double that time is now passed. I remember Luke, me and you were joking around about how, like, years from now we have kids and everything like that. Our kids are going to be doing, like, teaming up and doing, like, marathon, like, 80. I just thought that was funny. And it's actually looking realistic that there's at least going to be a marathon 10. Joey says, "Wow, I was 15 the first year of the marathon." Yeah, I mean, I feel like I was 15 the first year of the marathon. I mean, it feels like it was just yesterday as well. My my editing, not my editing, my lighting for my marathons have gotten way better over the years. If you watch my first marathon video, other than the opening where I'm in the kitchen talking about brownies and stuff, the rest of the video, my face is just all in the shadows, and it's it's so hilarious. But I'm definitely going to keep going with the tradition of the marathon and doing my little things that I like to do within the marathon. Luke, I'll find a way to do the marathon every year no matter what. I feel the same way. Even if YouTube eventually goes down, like nobody does YouTube anymore, whatever the next website is, even if it's just on Facebook, or I'm going to find a way to, and even if something happens in the world and we lose all internet communications, I'll still try to do a marathon, even if I have to write it down and, send it out into the world on a piece of paper, the apocalypse, like in Mad Max Fury Road style. Even if, I'm getting off on a tangent with that, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm going to continue to do my little things that I like to do every marathon video. I try to always watch a very, very long film. Not just 3 hours. I'll choose one like 4 or 5 hours or even longer. I know some people laugh, and it's kind of funny though to me that, it's actually turned into a thing. But after this past year, I watched something that was like 5.5 hours long. Well, I've done that every year. I realized how much time I waste on a movie that long when I could choose something for 3 hours. Because sometimes I get to the end of the marathon, I'm like, gosh, I still got 2 guidelines to go. If only I had watched a 3-hour movie instead of a 6-hour movie. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to stay up 24 hours. I mean, my whole sleep schedule nowadays is I could barely make it to 9 o'clock in the p.m. without falling asleep because I get up, 4 o'clock in the morning every morning. Whereas up until 3 months ago, I've always gone to bed at like midnight or 1. I've always been a night person, but now that I go in earlier at work, I get off at, 2:30, so that's awesome, but it's going to be hard for me to do a 24-hour movie marathon this year in that way. I may do what you do, Luke, and do it over 2 days or something, but I have a feeling that if I do the full 24 hours, it's going to have to be on like a Friday night after work, like how I've done, and I'm just going to have to stay awake through Saturday night or something, because I have to still have enough time to be rested in order to get up for work on Monday at 4 o'clock. So if I waited until Saturday to do it, then I would have stayed up all night. I don't know. The real question is, will Ryan ever make a longer marathon video than Luke? No. I tried once, and that was the video not last year but the year before, and I put a crap load of filler in there. Cameos that I would just make up, skits I would make up for no particular reason. The Mad Max Fury Road kind of thing where I got abducted by a Blu-ray. One funny thing that came out of that was my quote, "You dirty son of a bitch." And Luke, you really got a kick out of that, and we've actually used it and other things too. But I put a lot of filler in that, and it only ended up being like an hour, just like mine this year. But last year I put a lot of effort into the marathon itself, and it was close to 2 hours, or actually I think it was like 2 hours and 15 minutes. And I don't think I could ever go longer than that. The thing is with me is that if I actually filmed, like what I love about Luke's videos is that it's his opinion and it's Connie talking. And me and my wife, we have those same long discussions after watching a movie. We always talk. And if I film that, of course it'd be just as long as Luke's. But she's not into, being on camera and all that kind of stuff. And I like to have my own I like to have my personal life private, like, as well. So having everybody in my family in videos, I kind of keep that, I kind of keep that. So we have talked about doing a podcast, me and my wife, in the future. So look forward to that. But if I filmed my marathon like that and we actually both talked about all these movies, like, it would be very long because we talk for so long. Like, we just talked for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes about Mission Impossible. And CP's in the house. CP. All right. You can see years getting shorter as the years go on, Luke. Yeah, I know you put so much effort into your videos. I know sometimes that you might... see, the thing is, your videos might get shorter, but you're still going to be, putting some very high quality editing into it. So, and then CP, where's my roast? Check your oven, man. Check your damn oven. I'm just joking, CP. I know that you're a comedian and everything, and you get up on the stage. I'm not up to that level yet. Maybe one day. Luke put roast. Man. Oh, man. Great review. Great review. Great review. Man, I didn't even film a review. This is a marathon video. You do not have to say I'm joking to me. CP, I was just joking. I know you've always said that, like, sometimes I'll ruin jokes just by saying, I was just kidding. I was just kidding. With kids in the future, I'm sure it'll get tougher to do the epic marathons. Ryan, I'm just joking, Chattaway. Oh gosh, I could just go crazy with that. Oh, I'm not even gonna touch that one. I'm just joking. Condom broke. Oh, I'm just joking. No, I'm just joking. Who has a name like Chat today? I don't know. Damn, we got 6 people watching now, man. 7 people. That's more than... Oh, gosh. What's up, Mike? What is FFS? I always forget what all those things mean. What's up, Mike? G Pro in the house. Yes, Mike. After... I know you're watching my marathon wondering why I was clean shaven. Don't worry, I still got this beard. I can't imagine getting rid of this thing anytime soon. I love it. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Luke. For fuck's sake. Okay. Will I like reviews? CP. Recommend the Rebecca Criterion? Oh, hell yeah. I have the Criterion DVD of it, with which was out of print for so long. The Rebecca Criterion, like the Blu-ray, I would get it because I plan on getting it soon. Because that's a great movie. It's so moody and atmospheric. I'm looking back here because my wife has a lot of that author's books, and I was seeing if the book Rebecca was over here. It's not over here. I think it's on a different shelf. Dat Films just for movie snobs. Great artwork too. Yeah, I highly recommend Rebecca. It's definitely like, I mean, it's a great film, but if you're going into it thinking it's going to be like another Vertigo or Rear Window, you can't go into it thinking it's going to be that kind of Hitchcock film. It is just a purely atmospheric gothic horror film, and it's so good. The only thing about that movie is that it's so good at doing what it does that the last time I watched it, like a few years ago, I was like really depressed. I think I was going through some stuff at the time. But I really felt the oppression that the main character was feeling. I don't know if it does such a good job of the mood. And it's just filmed beautifully. And, Laurence Olivier, you can't go wrong with having him in a movie either. It's no Boyhood then. No, it's definitely not nearly as good as Boyhood. I love Boyhood. I just said it because because I know how you feel about Boyhood. Laurence Olivier and Big just wouldn't fly. Oh, isn't it? Did it have? No, it's her sister, Joan Fontaine, is in Rebecca. Laurence Olivier and Big. That would be amazing. That would be freaking amazing. Laurence Olivier and Freddy Got Fingered. That would be interesting. That would be really interesting. I mean, obviously you wasn't alive then, but Laurence Olivier in the Tom Green role. Laurence Olivier in Moonraker. Laurence Olivier as Harrison Ford in The Fugitive. It reminds me of that movie with Leslie Nielsen that came out, Wrongfully Accused, and the poster was him running like, Harrison Ford in The Fugitive, and it was like, Leslie Nielsen is, and it kind of like picked up on that whole Harrison Ford is The Fugitive, but it was in Leslie Nielsen's goofy. That movie, I really liked that movie. I watched that movie a lot. Wrongfully Accused. I love The Fugitive, but when that movie came out, all my friends were like, dude, that is the dumbest movie ever. And I was like, I don't know, I kind of like it. I really, really like it. It grew on me. The one-armed, one-legged man, or whatever the killer was in that movie. All right, Laurence Olivier in Back to the Future. Yeah, he would be Doc Brown, but who would be Marty? Crispin Glover in that role instead. That'd be really weird. Steven Spielberg presents a Robert Zemeckis film. Laurence Olivier. A young Tommy Wiseau. Oh my gosh. I did not hit the machine. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Marty. You're tearing me apart, Biff. You're tearing me apart. Eric Stoltz. I really like Eric Stoltz. It'd be interesting to see him in the role too. But definitely, you cannot go wrong with Michael J. Fox. I don't think it's... Yes, we need a Mask Blu-ray. What's that movie coming out? That new movie coming out with, I think it has that kid from The Room in it. What was... And it's like, has the kid that has like he's disfigured in his face, and people are like giving him a hard time. He's getting like bullied in school. Saw the preview and I was like, isn't this just like a remake of Mask with Eric Stoltz and Cher? I do remember thinking when I was younger, I was like, I think there was like a brief period of time where I was watching Mask and I was confused and I was like, is this part of the Goonies? Like, because I was thinking of what's his name in the Goonies with his face like that. Hold on, let me close this door right here. Alright, since Ryan left for a second, I'm here to talk... Come on, man. Godzilla's being a bitch. And these things are a drag, moving back and forth from country to country, not enough money in my pocket, and the sun shining down on my face. Are you moving back over? Either you're doing a movie quote, or CP, you're actually telling me you're moving back overseas. Where are you moving now? And these things are a drag, having to move from one country and the sun. Oh, and the sun shining down. Yeah. See, I'm so damn gullible with all these things. And CP, me and you joke around so much, sometimes I think what you're telling me is the joke. And since you don't say, I'm just joking, like me, how do I know? So, let me see if I have so many VHS tapes down here. I'm dramatically unpin a map every morning. Wow, we actually had some pretty good turnout in this chat tonight. That is awesome. The twist is I'm never serious. Yeah, but you got that serious side to you. We all do. Dang it! I actually refill this water bottle. Look at me. All right. Well, this live stream is starting to turn to shit. I think there's nothing really else for me to talk about. But I've definitely had fun doing this. I should do more of these. Maybe I'll have more to talk about. It's me. Oh man, what was like? Oh, I judge. Oh gosh. Oh man, I'm just cracking myself up, and I keep thinking about stuff in the comments too. Oh, I shouldn't even open that can of worms, Luke, because I'm not gonna be able to laugh now, or I'm not gonna be able to stop laughing. This is not the kind of live streams I want from my Chattaway videos. What kind of streams do you want then, CP? What kind of streams do you want? Tell me. Whatever you want. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. Just like the song. I'm waiting for the answer, CP. Give me an answer. What kind of videos do you want from me? Oscar-worthy streams. Oscar talk. Yeah, but Boyhood was Oscar-worthy, and you didn't like that. So, I mean, come on. Come on. I need a better answer than that. I should do a fake... I should use some comedic material that I've written over the years and have my own fake stand-up right here in this room. I could hold a microphone and do it and see if it meets your approval. That's either a brilliant idea or a complete disaster. So that would be pretty funny. Walk out on stage, be like, "What's up, everybody?" Nah, get up in front of a crowd, man. Yeah, I really want to. I'm actually really serious about that. I've done a lot of like performing over the years in different ways. Yeah, it definitely needs to tail off with that. Yeah, and I don't have a problem with getting up in front of people and embarrassing myself because I've done that many times. It's actually weird because when it comes to that kind of stuff, I'm game, like I'm good, but it's weird how some things I'm like so self-conscious about. Yeah, I mean, you're right. At least I'll never second guess myself because like kind of like what you said to me in chat that one, like in that message that one day, it's like I'd rather do it and, you know, instead of always asking what if. But yeah, it definitely needs to tail off. Well, this set has turned to shit. We know you we know you have no problem embarrassing yourself. I've seen that large Blu-ray disc in a parking lot. And then the next year, I had a relationship with that Blu-ray disc. Awkward. Yeah, open with the condom bit. Oh, gosh. Hey, I could do it like Rodney Dangerfield style. Yeah, I said that and I couldn't even think of how I would say it. Yeah. Opening up with that condom bit, that'd be pretty funny. Yeah. See, I was getting ready to think of something to say, but it's a bunch of, "Hey, Whitey, where's your hat?" I could be a prop comic. What do you think of prop comics, CP? I'm just joking. I don't do props, but what do you think of being a prop comic? If I do the hat thing, I want to. Do I have to pay you money, CP? Because I know it's kind of your thing. I don't do props. They have a place in this earth. So yeah, this is turning into a really funny, like, interesting live stream. All right, if there's anybody who's... Okay, so obviously Luke's watching this and CP's watching this. There's 4 viewers. I wonder who the other 2 are. Hey, did you hear the one about the guy with the Star Wars hat? Oh, gosh, he was real cocky. Kind of made that up, and it didn't really... Oh, gosh, CP, that's... Damn, that was... My comedy thing is masturbating in front... Wait, never mind. Yeah, that was like too far, but I think me and you have the same very dark sense of humor sometimes. Obviously that is awful, but oh, that was... You opened for him one time? I mean, I guess that's pretty cool. I mean, him being like a pretty big comedian and all that. Obviously, everything coming out now is absolutely terrible and horrific, but that's pretty cool that you made it. I mean, I can't imagine opening for somebody big like that. But still, I mean, opening for him, I mean, no fun. I mean, I feel like if I opened up for somebody, it'd be like some guy named Herbert or something like that. You open for him, airbags, entire stream for 5 seconds. I mean, I guess it is a pointless credit now, but I mean, I know there's still some guys that, you know, if they ever opened for Bill Cosby or any of that kind of stuff, I mean, you could still say that you opened for somebody who's legendary, even though they kind of turned out to be a terrible person and made terrible choices. Kind of like somebody saying they have a deal in place with Weinstein to produce their next project. I opened up for someone once and it was called assault on the report. Oh, yeah. So terrible. But I'm very happy that everybody's, you know, the women in this world now feel like they have the voice to speak up, because men have been complete asses over the years. I'm very, very proud to live in an age when women are actually feel comfortable to speak out. All right, let's see. Let's have fun with some... Didn't I say the stream was turning to shit? Well, look, I've completely jumped the shark now. Now I'm just bullshitting. Whoa. Santa? This is like a horror movie Santa right here. Ho, ho, ho. Where my hoes at? Crap. Okay. I guess I should go ahead and please sing my rendition of America. America, America, I shed his grace on thee. Well, this is pretty sweet. Yeah, I'm going to definitely put a title in this live. Oh, gosh. Hey, look, this is my best Charlie and the Chocolate Factory impression. Hey, look, Saturday Night Fever. Hey, look, Inception. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, my getting my burgers cooked song, my 4th of July song. Happy 4th of July. I'm getting my fireworks. I'm getting my burgers cooked. Happy 4th of July. Hey, look, it's Man Bites Dog. Hey, it's the beginning of 7. Hey, it's some early 70s porno. Alright, guys, well, I appreciate... My phone is now at 9%. When I started this stream, it was at... Damn. It was at... This is what I was using to hold up my phone because I couldn't find my stand. But the funny thing is, when I turned around a little while ago to get my hat, it was right here. So I could have used this the whole time. But, yeah, thank you guys so much. I kind of like just coming on here and just bullshitting. Some could say the stream went to shit when CP joined. Oh gosh. Just joking. Yeah, I just need to add something to the title that just says like movie Chattaway or Chattaway live stream until CP joined. Oh gosh. That's what most say about my life. Oh, don't be hard on yourself. Alright. These are it? Alright, I really need to get out of here before this becomes something that they could use against me years later. Blank went to shit when CP joined. The threesome went to shit when CP joined. Oh gosh, I just snorted. Obviously, I knew this wasn't going to be advertiser friendly at all, so I figured I'd just go all out. All right. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining. I'm going to go downstairs and charge my phone. Thank you guys for just hanging out for a little while. All right. Take care and see y'all next time. Remember, there's 3 ways of doing things: the right way, the wrong way, and the Chattaway. Hey, go drink Coppola wine. The broken condom went to. Oh yeah, I gotta get out of here. All right, guys, take care.